Hey, hey. TGIT. Thank God it's today. It is not TGIF. It is not thank God it's Friday. It is thank God it's today. So for those of you that are new to the TGIT tribe, I would like to share with you the backstory of TGIT. The way it came about was actually on a Friday, and I was working out that morning, and I had gone through a really hard time in my life where I was almost killed actually by my ex-husband. And so I was in this period of coming out of that, and I was working out one morning and I was like, oh, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. And God just spoke to me and said, no, it is not thank God it's Friday. You almost didn't see Friday. You have to thank me for every day. It's thank God it's today, because it could be your very last. And I was like, what? It was just revolutionary to me. Like, it changed my whole life. And so I got on a Facebook Live later and shared that, and that's where TGIT came from. That's the baby that is mine, TGIT. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the little hearts. I love you little hearts so much. I love y'all so very much. So what I want to share with you guys today is my experience in the Grand Canyon. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go back a little bit and give you a little bit more of my story for those of you that are new here. Thanks again for joining me. I see you all joining. I appreciate you, and I love you, and I love your hearts. Thank you. I love your true hearts and your little hearts you give me, but purple are my favorite. So I was in a very abusive relationship for many years, and I was very unhappy. And through that time, I would need things to get me through, and by the grace of God, I made it. But it was a daily walk to get through that. Ooh, I feel God all over me right now, so wow. Okay, I really struggled with doing this today. So I know when I struggle with doing the Facebook Live that's the most important ones. So here we go. Walk with me, you guys, and share this out if you feel like it, because somebody out there, it's for you today. Somebody's going to hear this, and it's directly for you. Whenever God impresses me that highly, get on. I have learned in my experience that I've heard from people, and it was something that was needed at a desperate time. So literally, I had no friends. I wasn't allowed to have friends. Never had a friend over to my house. And so my only solace, my only peace in my life would be to try to go outside as much as possible. I'm a sunshine girl. And so I would go and lay out in the sun. And this was a very huge moment for me. I would lay there in the sunshine and talk to God. And one day I was really struggling, and I was crying and questioning God. And I was like, my heart just hurts, God. My heart hurts. I don't understand why I have to live like this. What appeared to be this beautiful home and this perfect life was all a facade. And as I was lying there on my back, on my lounge chair, a butterfly came, and it landed on my heart. On my heart. And I was like, this is unbelievable. This butterfly is just fluttering its little wings and on my heart. And I was so touched by that. And it was just like God was letting me know, I know your heart hurts, but I'm going to take care of your heart. And so the way I would get through every year is I would have a word that I could stand on that would get me through. And for many years, that word, I had one word for many years, and that word was peace. And I would put that word all over my house as a reminder. You can have peace. You can have peace. And literally on my Christmas tree ornaments, all over the house, you would see the word peace somewhere in the room. And one time the word was hope. And then I became big about transforming my body. So transformation was a word. And then believe was a word. And then finally, when I got out of the marriage, the word became freedom. So last year's word for me was freedom. I was finally free, or so I thought. I am free now, for sure. So I really dig deep to ask God what my word is. And so this year, I said, I want you to give me my word, because it's very important to me to have that word. And I love seeing things like now you can see believe all over my house, my Christmas tree. I have a word right in my bedroom that says believe. I just put those words around me as a reminder of God's promise to me for that word that year. So this year, for 2022, I asked God to give me my word to stand on. And when he gave me the word, I didn't understand it. For the first time ever, I didn't understand. And I was like, why that? Isn't it the same word as the other word was? And he said, no, it's not. They're totally different. So my word that God gave me is metamorphosis. I'm not going to find that one written anywhere to put in my house. I've never seen the word metamorphosis written on anything or a pillow or anything. And that is very important to me, to have that visual. I'm a very visual person, so I have to have a visual reminder in front of me all the time. And so as I stood out in the Grand Canyon that day, I stood there by myself, and I mean, tears just flowed down my eyes. And I thought about everything I'd been through and how I just still didn't understand why horrible things kept happening to me. And people I trusted kept breaking me. I did not understand. And God spoke to me that day in the Grand Canyon. And he said to me, it all had to happen for a reason. You don't understand it now, but it all had to happen. Everything that has happened to you has happened to you for a reason, but it's all part of a bigger plan. And everything that I have in store for you is more grand than you can ever imagine. It's grander than you could ever imagine, just like where you're standing right now. And I was just like, wow, all of this pain, everything. And he said, it's a metamorphosis, Tammy. And I said, I talked to God just like I'm talking to you now. I said, but metamorphosis is the same as transformation. And here's what his explanation was to me. He said, I want you to research it, and I want you to research the butterfly. The butterfly that landed on my heart. He said, transformation is usually an external thing. Transformation Tuesday, people want to transform their body. They want to transform how they look. He said, metamorphosis is an inside job. It's in here. It's in your heart. It's in your mind. And so I looked it up and I read about metamorphosis. When the caterpillar morphs into the butterfly, it has to cover itself in a chrysalis and ingest itself and then become a pupa. And then through all of this, it completely changes from the inside out. It's not an outside thing. It's not a color change. It's not more muscles. It's not losing weight. Metamorphosis in the caterpillar has to change from the inside and completely become a whole different creature. And I thought that was so profound. I was like, what? And he said, so yes, you may not find your word metamorphosis on a pillow or on a Christmas ornament or on a little plaque, but the butterfly is the greatest metamorphosis that there is. And that is your symbol for this year. Metamorphosis in the butterfly. Wow. And so since then, like in the last few days, as I've been talking to him and preparing for this Facebook Live today, I keep getting things in my email, everything, quotes about butterflies. And today I got in the email this new necklace that's coming out, and it's a teeny tiny butterfly. And they were like, the butterfly will spread her wings in 2022. And I was like, this is crazy. I love how God confirms things like that. So that's my word for 2022 is metamorphosis. And the butterfly is my symbol this year. And I'm super, super touched that God would give me such a beautiful thing. And he taught me some other things about it this morning. He said, you know, in the end, when everybody's there in heaven, Jesus will receive a new name that no one knows. And he will write that name on all of you that are there. And I thought about that in depth. If you go back and you read the Bible, every single time that God did a metamorphosis in someone, he gave them a new name. That's not a transformation. That's a metamorphosis. That is a complete change into a different person. He metamorphosized them. He gave them a new name. And I was blown away by that. And in the end, the Messiah gets a new name that no one knows but him. And he will give that to us. We will carry his name. And I think that is so beautiful that he loves us that much. So I have homework for you. If you feel called to, I would like you to spend this weekend and take just a few minutes, wherever your place of peace is, wherever your solace is, your sacred place. If you don't have one, I encourage you to get one. I don't care if it's in your closet. I don't care if it's in your laundry room. I don't care where it is, in a chair, outside, in your deer stand, wherever you're at. If it's fishing, wherever you're at, I would ask you to reflect and think about what your word for 2022 is. Because it is a very, very powerful thing to have. And it is a reminder, because resolutions come and go. By the end of January, most people's resolutions are out the door and forgotten. But find a word you can stand on, and then find that word written down. Make a plaque, write it down, make a painting, and put it in front of you so that you can see it every day for 2022. And remember what you're supposed to stand on all year long. So that is my homework for you. If you feel called to do it, you'll do it. But I'll come back Monday and ask you if you have a word, because I love to hear your stories. My story will only touch so many people, but your story will touch somebody that I can never touch. And that's why this is such a powerful group and a powerful tribe, because my story can't touch everyone, but your story can touch someone else, and someone else's story can touch someone else. That's why you need to share them. That's why you need to tell them. And that's what my podcast will be about, listening to people's stories of survival, of things they've gone through, and they can help other people with their stories. And it's powerful to tell your story, even as hard as it is. It was hard for me just to talk about that, but that's what I have to do, because somebody needs to hear it. Just one person. If just one person is touched every day, y'all know that. If you've listened to me long enough, there's one person out there that I'm here for today. So thank you guys for joining me. I love y'all. Thank you for the hearts. I love you so, so much. And when you see me soon, I will have a tiny butterfly right here. I don't know which one I'll get, but God told me, get a butterfly, a little charm, and put it around your neck. That butterfly will be over your heart again. Sorry, I don't mean to cry, but to have a real butterfly land on your heart is a very deep thing. And God said, get that little butterfly charm and put it over your heart, wear it around your neck all year. Don't take it off. And so that's my little goal, is to find a little butterfly charm to wear over my heart as a reminder that everything inside of me will be changed. My heart, my thinking, everything. God's going to change it all. So I love you guys. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm looking forward to football and food with my kids. We're so excited. My son's a big Denver fan. I do like the Cowboys, but I have a new team I love now. You'll see. I'll show you my jersey. It's on the way. But tomorrow it's on. It's Denver at 3 and Dallas at 7. So yeah, it's on. Yeah, wings and rotel dip, cheese dip. We go all out. So that's my thing with my son, is our football. That's our mom and son bonding. So I'll probably post a picture tomorrow for you guys of our little rivalry. All right, I love you guys. Yes, I'm still congested. Say a prayer for me. I need to get this stuff done. So I need to get it out of my system. I love you more than you will ever know. You mean so much to me, and these talks are for you. Thanks for joining me. I love you, love you, love you. Oh, you don't know how much I love you. I adore you guys. I treasure you guys. You are my tribe. For all of my life, you will be with me, and I look forward to the journey together. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the love. I will respond to every one of you. I always do. TGIT. Thank God it's today. Can't wait for the metamorphosis.